It is remarkable when you walk into the studio, just your physical presence has changed. 7 stone is a massive amount to lose. How have you done it?
Well, I really did it by just completely changing my diet. I cut out all refined sugar and high sugar foods, and then I started exercise. So there's no real, there's no sort of secret code really, but what I now consider myself a reformed sugar addict, and I realise that my entire diet was based around grazing sugar.
You call yourself an addict, which suggests that sugar is a sort of drug.
Well, people do get addicted to sugar, and I think that's one of the reasons today we're looking at the huge crisis in people being overweight and obese in this country. And for me...
The front page of the Telegraph, we're Europe's 3rd most obese country. Research on 56 countries found us rising up the obesity league table, and we're the world champions for drinking alcohol. Our alcohol intake is on a par with countries like Poland and Latvia, international stats show, and is a very likely contributor to obesity. So we're drinking way too much, apparently on average 10.7 litres of pure alcohol a year, compared with a European average of 8.6. And that massive alcohol consumption is a key factor, apparently, to our obesity rates.
I still drink, but I change what I drink. I don't drink beer now because there's a lot of sugar in it. So I'll drink a bit of vodka and wine. I don't drink as much as I used to. For me, the key thing, I started like everyone else. I was a sort of middle-aged guy in his 50s. I tried to get the weight off.
What were you at your biggest?
I was 22 stone.
Wow.
And I read the work of Michael Mosley, and there's a great cardiologist.
The 5-2 diet guy.
The 5-2, and then I read Asim Malhotra, who wrote the POPI diet. And what I realised, they were, in many senses, contradicting the advice we're given by health experts in the government. So, being a politician, I then read the footnotes and read all the scientific papers, and I needed to sort of understand what was going on with my own body before I took it on.
But it's a whole kind of thing, isn't it? People, I think, who just do dieting or just a bit of exercise, you can't do one without the other. What was interesting to me about what you did was that you cut out the sugar, you ate better, but you began lifting weights, you went to circuit training, you cycle everywhere you go, you do 10,000 steps a day, and you keep a note on your phone about that, you were saying to me in the break. It's the whole kind of shebang, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's eating better, it's cutting out the bad stuff, and regular exercise, and what it seems to me, a lot of movement through your day.
So for me, I realise you can't do it all on day one. And again, particularly when guys get really overweight and then they decide to attack it, the first thing they do is join a gym. And they never sort their nutrition out. And I would say to people, if you don't sort your nutrition out, there's virtually no point in doing exercise.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, yeah.
As they say.
I can't quite see my abs yet, but,
Let's talk about Bulletproof Coffee.
OK.
This infamous thing that you revealed you take, which you swear by. We've got them here. I've got to say, it looks disgusting.
It's coffee with butter from grass-fed cows. Look, this isn't a dieting segment, is it?
It tastes like a very creamy latte, right?
Yeah.
What is the point of Bulletproof Coffee?
Well, for me, when I was coming off sugar, the only time I sort of felt challenged was in the early days of the diet, when basically I was craving sugar, and just slightly upping my fat intake helped me get over sugar cravings. And then some people say that if you just have a bulletproof coffee in the morning, you can skip your breakfast and go to lunch. And I sometimes do that. So
Are you bringing out a book by any chance?
No,
this all feels like it's leading up to something.
Video?
Exactly.
Well, I virtually could do that because it's so...
Yes, you possibly could.